The future is now. It's time for Fame 15. Tonight, we celebrate women in the arts, a special panel discussion, and movie review of the independent film, Who Does She Think She Is? Also, a live acoustic performance by author and spoken word poet, TJ Nicole. And we find out what's cooking with Chef Diana, aka the Food Diva. Plus, we have Deetta West, aka Mama D, as she shares the meaning of life and self-worth. It's time for Fame 15.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Fame 15, the show that celebrates and unboxes the independent creative. And today's theme is going to be, who does she think she is? That's right, we're talking about the ladies, and I'm going to try to hold it down because it might get a little bit crazy. But before we start, let's warm up with just a little conversation. How have you guys been? What's going on?
Good.
Life is good.
Excellent.
Trying to stay healthy, stay fit, stay fine, and 1-4, you heard me.
What's 1-4?
2014.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna throw that to you, Tiara.
I'm glad you asked, because I was just like, oh, right, yeah, 1-4. The 1-4, yes, I know what she's saying. I do.
See, I
thought it was a New Orleans thing, but no. I've been working. We just did the Haves and the Have-Nots with Tyler Perry.
Yo.
Woo! Season 2 just started, so working.
Wait,
Cool.
Tiara, did you see Tyler Perry?
Yes,
Can you tell him Tisa Ed said she has a crush on him?
I would try.
Relay that message. Relay that message.
I believe he's the only one my husband would give me the okay to.
Oh.
What you think?
I don't think so.
I don't think you're going to get that green light. No. Not going to happen.
But yeah, what have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. Y'all, let me tell y'all something.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Get comfortable, y'all. Here comes Tisa.
Was it Trinidad James?
What?
My husband. Come on now.
Trinidad? I don't even know
Go
what he
tell
was
her. Tell her what
saying.
you're trying to say. Go.
Wait a minute. Is you yelling at me?
Is you yelling at me? For all those at home who don't understand you yelling at me, that's something we say as a colloquialism to really know. Are you raising your voice at me? In case if you didn't understand that, darling.
Weird.
Okay. Can I
No,
please-
she didn't.
Please.
Okay.
I have been up to so much.
All that build up, and that's what you gave us.
All right.
We're not even. Can we cut her out? Can she just be done? What do you have going on?
Me, Argentina.
What do you have going on?
Well, I am currently in grad school trying to get that MFA in screenwriting.
Oh,
That
wow.
is
Congratulations.
Y'all
You
please
smart.
pray for me. Anybody who would like to do any projects for me, hit me up on my Twitter. Thanks.
And what about you, Dalton?
I've
had me
been
crying
busy
for
too,
real.
just trying to pursue everything. I got some voiceover stuff going on, a cool new web series that I'm working on that I'm excited about.
wow.
So just staying busy.
Do you need a
No, she doesn't.
voluptuous? Because I am a voluptuous.
I heard lump in there. Those lumps.
Oh, you want to see the lump?
My lovely lady lump.
Oh, we have
Yes.
gotten out of control.
Control.
We really
Well,
have.
y'all have to come to some of my shows because I'm doing.
What
killing
kind of
the
shows are you
group.
talking about?
No, she's gonna be like, the show.
The show.
The show.
The big show.
I'm trying to tell you if you stop interrupting me.
Well,
What I'm trying to do.
That's it. I'm gonna have to interrupt you one last time. We haven't talked about anything, y'all, but I promise we're gonna. When we come back from this break, we're gonna do That's What We Think. Thanks. Stick around.
Easy and delicious, from the pan to the oven, even on the grill. Atlanta's top chefs prepare satisfying appetizers, full-course meals, tasty desserts, and signature drinks. 15 bites of flavor, right here on Fame 15. Would you like to be a special guest on our show or just hang out with us on set in the studio? We have extra seats just for you. If you're 15 years of age or older, live in the metro Atlanta area, and happen to be a creative, we'd love to have you as a guest on Fame 15. Our show is dedicated to creatives from film, arts, music, and entrepreneurs. Unbox your creativity and sign up now at myfame15.com.
Unbox your creativity with Fame 15.
Today we're asking the question, who does she think she is? Are you a female creative, a woman in arts, a woman pursuing entrepreneurship or entertainment? Since entering the workforce, women have had to deal with the question of family versus career. Can you have a successful creative career, or is it looked at more as a hobby? Are you a woman who's found a way to balance that creative career with self, family, relationships, or have you had to make the unfortunate choice of choosing to put aside your creative career in lieu of a good job for stability or for family or to do what's expected? I mean, who decides what is expected? So we're going to ask our only male on the couch today, Mr. Dalton. Say you're not married yet, okay? Say you do get this wife and she's balancing a career, say in entertainment as you... for sake of argument, she is very hot.
Okay, I'm listening.
So, as the man of the family, and typically society states as the breadwinner, having your wife pursue a career, say, just as demanding as yours, how do you think you would be able to handle that?
I mean, that's a really loaded question because, I mean, I think any relationship is about compliments. And I think that whether you're a guy or you're a girl, there are particular things that you want to do with your life. So for me, and I can honestly say that, you know, I do want to pursue a professional career in entertainment. And I wouldn't mind meeting somebody else that also wants to do the same thing. But at the same time, somewhere down the road, I know what I want. And it's not because I expect it from that person. But the perfect compliment for me is that person that wants more of to be with the children and be at home with the family and things like that. But I'm not saying that that's how it should be. I think that each woman has to make that choice for herself and figure out, okay, what are the important things to me? Finding somebody that complements well with her and then doing that. Because a lot of times, I mean, you guys both have kids, which I can't imagine doing and creating.
He said those two, by the way.
Right.
I'm so afraid.
She doesn't. But I mean, you're talking about having families, having kids, and trying to do this as a profession. I can't imagine that happening. I have a hard enough time just worrying about me and getting it done.
Well, for me, being married with child, I have so much going on between work and fashion and everything. It's actually hard because there are days when the husband and the baby are like, "Mommy, honey, stay home." But then they understand that this is my passion. Like, this is what I really want to do. But I also know how to balance between, okay, they look like I need to clear the calendar. I'm sorry, I can't come. I got to take care of home first. For me, it's all about God. I just let him lead. If I feel like the energy is not right, he's not in it, then I can't do it.
And going off of what she said, as a single person, I still have, you know, a lot of conflicts as well. You know, going to school, college, you know, for my younger people out there, and having like boyfriends, you know what I mean? It's still hard to compromise with everything, but like she said, it's all about balancing and knowing your priorities. So I think that's what comes into play. Women just need to know their priorities. What's your top priority? You need to get everything in order and stay organized, and then you should be good. But if you're all over the place, you're going to be going crazy.
But I definitely agree with everything. And to make a point to what Dalton said, you're right. You do have to have somebody that compliments you. However, how do you make the determination between a compliment and giving up what you want and giving up your hopes and dreams for that? Because I think in society we have a double standard. Oh yes, the man can be away pursuing this wonderful, fabulous career, and the woman has to be home with the kids. I think in this in 2014, I mean, there's a lot of role reversals. So I agree with balance, and it's gonna take that person that's gonna be that teammate with you to understand, because a lot of people do not understand pursuing entertainment. I've been in quite a few relationships that they just don't understand rehearsal. You have to go to rehearsal again. I mean, so it definitely takes that equally yoked spiritually. I definitely understand.
So, you know what's neat, though, is especially in front of camera, it's kind of an even playing field between men and women. In a lot of industries, it's not, but especially in front of the camera, because you need strong women characters, you need strong men characters, you need all of the characters. Now, behind the scenes is a little bit different because it's still a male-dominated industry, and that is part of, overcoming it. So my question would be, obviously there's been a lot of steps towards just general equality. How do you guys feel that progress has been made in the whole entertainment industry, just as a collective? Do you feel like women are at the same level? Not just talking about whether or not they want to pursue it or anything, but do you guys personally feel held back at any time because you're a woman?
Yeah.
Well, I knew Tisa would.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, I feel like it depends on which industry you're referring to.
Okay.
Because I know that in the film industry and theater industry, it's a lot of more women directors. Jasmine Guy, for instance, she's doing remarkable in Atlanta with theater. But with fashion, you have more, and Tisa, you're the expert on this. You have women who are taking over in fashion too as well. That's not out of the norm, but you know what I mean? It all depends on what industry,
And I do agree that I do think that we've made some progress, but I still think that there's a lot to go. But we will be back with more information and more fun about who does she think she is. Thank you, and stay tuned.
Coming up, we have writer, singer, actress, and creative entrepreneur, Deetta West, aka Mama D, as she shares the meaning of life and self-worth. ATLDemoReels.com. Dynamic and affordable. ATLDemoReels.com. Whether it's an in-studio production shoot or on-location shoot, our signature demo reels are designed exclusively for business owners, actors, music artists, and entertainers. Production packages are available now online at ATLDemoReels.com. Your online video production resource, ATLDemoReels.com.
Welcome to Mark Square Studios, where we offer great prices and outstanding accommodations in one convenient location.
Hot studio. Make sure you do that.
Fashion photographers and filmmakers now have an ideal space for professional in-studio shoots. So photographers and filmmakers, sign up now and unbox your Mark Square membership today. Welcome to Mark Square Studios.
Thank you for watching Fame 15. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I'm going to be interviewing the lovely, the spiritual, and the very talented Deetta West. Right here on Fame 15. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to Fame 15. My name is Quincy Bonds, your host, aka QBZ, and today we are just so privileged to have one of our creative females in the studio today. Writer, singer, actress, ordained minister, and just overall very spiritual. And I want to touch your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, Deetta West is in the building. Do you like to be called Deetta or Mama D?
Mama D.
Mama D
Yes.
is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. And I just am so inspired. I read your bio, and I just, I thought I had my stuff together, and after reading it, I feel like I need to get another job and start volunteering, go back to church. I need to help the kids. Mama D, you're doing a lot.
Okay,
All right, but you are wonderful.
I have some years. First of all, thank you so much for having me on. This is exciting to be on Fame 15, and again, you live some more years and your bio will increase. I promise you.
Well, I'm going to get to work. Well, we got a couple questions. Is what we're doing is we're just talking to creative females, and we're trying to find out, who do you think you are? And not kind of like, it's like a play on words, because we know that you know who you are. But we want to tell our viewers just how you got to where you are, and how you stay so positive and so spiritual.
Well, first of all, it's a good question because a lot of folk don't
They don't know
who they are. And without sounding conceited, I know who I am, and that's vital in my quest and on my journey to know who I am, and not to sound cliche-ish, but I know who I am and whose I am. I know that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm comfortable in my skin. I know the gifts that God has deposited into me. So I'm going to use those gifts until it's time to check up out of here. I was sharing earlier that when I die, I heard Miles Monroe say, "Don't die full. You have to die empty." And so at first, when I heard that come out of his mouth, I'm saying, what does that mean? I want to be full of the Holy Ghost and the Spirit and all filled up. But dying empty means that you've emptied yourself of everything that God has deposited in you. So when I'm laid to rest, I know that I've sung every song that He's dropped in me. I've preached every message. I've got on every stage and did my thing. Yes. I've got on the big screen, and I just know who I am.
Left it all out there. See what I'm talking about? And I'm gonna add poetry to your repertoire, because that was beautiful. Like, even the way she speaks, she knows who she is, and it's like you're not searching for anything, because you seem to be chasing, and you're gonna get everything you want out of this life. Mm-hmm. And that's a very big lesson for creatives and for people to learn. Mm-hmm. So tell us about some of your latest projects, because I know you're working at UP Up TV, Uplifting Television, and you just acquired a new position. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know how new it is, but as if you needed more to do, you're now doing some more things over at Up TV. So tell us about Up TV, because a lot of people don't know about it.
1,000 hats, okay?
Right.
And it would take probably the whole show to talk about everything, but at Up TV, which was when we first started and launched the network, it was Gospel Music Channel. It was a platform for all styles of gospel music and Christian music, rock, pop, country, soul, and even hip hop, but it was all gospel. And then we began to integrate movies and screenplays and so many things into it. So then they changed the name. We changed the name to GMC because we didn't want to lose the call letters. Okay.
Well, stay right there, because, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with more Fame 15. If you stick around, we might even get to hear Mama D do a little singing for us right here on Fame 15. Don't go anywhere.
The future is now. It's time for your Fame 15. Oh, hello, everyone. This is your good friend, Clarkston. Just to let you know, Clarkston, me, I will be giving you a personal tour of Fame 15 and how we do things around here. You will see more of the host and the crew and me all up in the camera. So stay tuned.
Thank you for coming out to our auditions to find the faces of Fame 15. We had so many people to choose from. It was actually unbelievable. But we did finally narrow it down to 6 very special people. And we'll be telling you about those people coming up real soon. But we just want to tell you thank you so much for coming out to help us launch Fame 15.
Welcome back to Fame 15. Before we took a break, we were talking to the lovely, spiritual, and very talented Mama D. Now, what I'd like to know, and I'm sure our studio audience would like to know, is how do you manage to, with all the things you have going on, Mama D, you also have a family, and you also have a personal life. How do you balance, making sure you pay enough attention to every aspect of your life, as well as staying a creative female? How do you do that? 'Cause it's a tough job.
All those hats that we talked about earlier, and rolling right up to Up TV, which is where we are now. I have been married 35 years.
Wow, 35 years.
35 years to a wonderful man, Dr. James A. West. He is an educator, and he is also, we're not pastoring now, but he is a minister as well. Okay. And then we have 3 kids, and the youngest one is 25 years old. We have Philip, Danielle, and Nicole.
So how do you balance? How do you, like, family time? For example, Thanksgivings and Christmas, I'm sure those are big times for family, but outside of that, I'm sure everyone has a schedule in their life, but how do you keep it all in perspective?
Well, since they're all out of the house and we have an empty nest, it's pretty easy. So the balancing is really with my husband, and making sure that he gets the attention that he needs with my schedule. And because he supports all that I do. See, a lot of women who are in the area that I'm in the creativity and doing all of what I do, they don't have a strong support at home, you know, and so with their mate. And so it's vital that he's supportive and I don't have to hear him whining about you leaving this weekend, where you didn't fix my dinner, and you didn't get, well, this is not an extra, we don't want to talk about other things, but we just have to be very conscious of our mates, be it on the female or male side. And if you don't have that support, I couldn't balance. I'll be honest with you. And even when our kids were all at home, he is a very active father, so that helped as well. So it wasn't an issue for me to leave and where he's not a babysitter, he's their daddy. So I didn't have to look for a babysitter. No, he took that role seriously.
So basically what I'm hearing, women, listen, get a good man, okay? Have some balance. Have somebody who's going to help you, you know, raise your children and be mindful of your schedule and really be supportive. So tell me this, Mama D, I want to find out, do you believe that in this industry that you're in, being as creative as you are, do you notice that women, do you think, have to work twice as hard to get half as far as men do in your industry? Or do you think that if you're ordained and you're walking the path you're supposed to be walking, things are going to move out of your way regardless? What do you think?
Well, you're going to always have resistance, even if you are ordained and you're gifted and your destiny has already been laid out for you. The vital thing is that you have to trust. If you have a belief, everybody doesn't believe in God, but you have to trust that God has destined and purposed everything that you're doing, and so you have to lean on that. Yes, we do have to fight harder, not as hard as those who paved the way, the trailblazers, to help us. So they've helped us a lot. But if you know who you are and you know that, okay, I know God's got a purpose and a plan for me, and no man can stop it or block it.
Got you. So listen, I happen to know that you are an accomplished singer as well. Can you give us a little tune or just a little something to take us out?
Oh, okay.
Let's give it to the people. Let's give it right to the fans, Mama D.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause God, you're the wind beneath my wings.
That's what I'm talking about. Give it up for Deetta West, Mama D, creative female. Who she thinks she is, she knows who she is. She's a beautiful singer, very spiritual, talented woman. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Quincy.
And we'll be right back with more Fame 15.
I think we're best known for pizza. I think we have built a name for ourselves of having a quality pizza. We prepare everything in-house. We make our own dough, we cut our own cheese. Over the years, we've also incorporated some of our family recipes into the business and have showcased those at our restaurants. My father and I first started the company back in 2000 because we wanted to bring Buffalo-style pizza and food to Atlanta. My name is Bob Galla. I'm the owner of Galla's Pizza. First and foremost is the quality of the product. I think also service, and I think the fact that we do so much in the community and are so involved in the community build a lot of loyalty over the years.
When a customer walks into Galla's Pizza, they can expect to be treated like family. We serve great food, we know our customers know us, and I think that means a lot.
We are located in Chamblee and in the Sandy Springs Dunwoody market.
I had a museum director in my studio and he said, well, you know, you're really never going to be taken seriously because you're a woman and you're a mother.
I feel as a parent I have a good side and I have a side that just wants to cater to my emotions.
My husband was really taken back that I would start painting. Why would you spend so much time on something that there was really no monetary gain?
I put my dream out there and found that it was something that could be done. So my dream is no longer safe and neither am I. I feel like I am in the middle of a forest. There are no paths. I have no companions and I hear wolves.
My favorite quote is by Goethe, and it's, "Whatever you think or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it."
The life to me is art. You know, you live this art. The whole thing is art. This is the way I like to live.
It's a calling, and the call keeps getting louder, and I have to answer it.
I have a right to be here in my studio doing this, and it's good. It's good for my family. It's good for me.
It takes a huge amount of courage to try and make a living full-time as an artist.
She says to us, art is always a risk. And sometimes it's a risk you gotta take.
A lot of people, I'm sure, would be like, who does she think she is? But, you know, when you succeed at it, you can just smile and say, well, that's who I am.
Welcome back to Fame 15. Althea and Dalton here with some lovely guests. We just had the opportunity to watch the movie Who Does She Think She Is by Academy Award-winning filmmaker Pamela Tanner Ball.
Nice. So let's just ask some general real quick questions before we jump into this whole movie topic. I'm going to start off from the powers of be that gave me these questions. Vivian, we're going to start with you. Can you follow your passion and have a good relationship?
Absolutely. You can.
That's it. That's your answer right there. We're going to find out more about it after we come back, but you want to ask one?
Well, I do have a question for Miss Jael, the great. The great. What would be lost if you lived your dream?
What would be lost? Nothing would be lost. Nothing. Things would be lost if I didn't live my dream.
Okay.
Things would be lost if you don't live your dreams. So you have to live them, because if you're not being who you are authentically, it takes away from who you are with loving someone, with your children, with your family, because you're not happy. You know, some people get depressed because they're not living their dreams. So you have to live and not think of anything as a loss. You know what I mean? So you have to pursue your passions and do what you feel like you were created to do.
Just opened up a big new category, which we are going to get to when we come back. We're going to talk more about the film, and the guys here aren't just for show. They're going to get to talk too, even though it's about the women. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Fame 15.
Fame 15 is Atlanta's new variety talk show where you can expect to see special interviews and conversations unboxed. From local filmmakers, actors, independent music artists, and self-made entrepreneurs. Plus, we have exclusive segments, live performances, quick tips and demonstrations, tons of fun games, wacky comedy skits, and much more. So tune in right here. The future is now. Time for Fame 15. Coming up, we find out what's cooking with Chef Diana, aka the Food Diva, as she prepares another quick, easy, and divalicious meal.
Welcome back to Fame 15, where we're asking the question, can a creative woman have it all? Well, I'm standing here with our resident chef, Chef Diana, the Food Diva, asking her, who does she think she is? So, Miss Diva, who do you think you are?
I think I'm all that and a bag of chips.
Okay.
I'm a professional woman. I can bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan.
Yes.
If you're a busy woman and you want that gourmet meal, how about a gourmet meal for one or two or three? Let's do it. We have today a delicious lamb chop. It's going to be in amazing pesto, which I'm going to show you how to make right now. It's going to be drizzled with a special sauce called Red with Envy sauce. So we've got our lamb chops with Red with Envy sauce for all of you women who are divas.
Okay.
In order to make this pesto, which I made earlier, you'll need some fresh basil and some fresh mint. I'm going to take just a nice handful of that and add it to a blender. Thank you. Also, we're going to take an equal portion of fresh mint and put that in the blender as well.
Smells good, y'all. Let me just tell you.
And about 6 cloves of garlic. That's a basic pesto. Pesto usually has nuts in it, walnuts. You can add that if you'd like. But today, for our special lamb chops, I'm just doing a pesto without nuts. You'll put that over there. What you do is blend it, adding olive oil into this mixture. Now, all these recipes are going to be available for you from Fame 15, and you'll just blend it, and that will make your pesto. Fortunate for you, as busy women, I've made this ahead of time. As you can see, there's a pesto sauce, and we've covered our lamb with the pesto. Now what we're going to do is begin to grill these delicious babies off. So we've got this pesto, and it's just been marinating in this. And we're going to lay this. I have a griddle pan here that's heating. As you can see, if you don't have one of these, they're great to have at home. This is a cast iron. We know about that.
Old school, baby.
Creole women.
Cast iron, yes.
Nolan style. We're gonna kick it that way. So this is a cast iron. It's got grids in it, and we're going to just begin to lay our lamb down in there. This is a quick, easy, delicious meal. It's gonna look like $1,000,000 like us. If you'll lay it diagonally, you'll pick up all of the grill marks.
Ooh, that is cooking. Smelling all good. Well, you guys stay right there. We will be right back.
Right back at you.
Look into my eyes and tell me what you hear. If you would like to be a guest on our show, Fame 15, log on to myfame15.com. Just go to the website and put your information in, and if the producers like you, you will be on that show. They will contact you. But if the producers do not like you, they will not contact you. So you cannot get an attitude. This is your good friend Clarkstone.
Easy and delicious from the pan to the oven, even on the grill. Atlanta's top chefs prepare satisfying appetizers, full-course meals, tasty desserts, and signature drinks. 15 bites of flavor, right here on Fame 15.
We are back with this delicious pesto lamb, almost done. Ooh, Chef Diana, what have we got here?
Ooh-wee! I've just finished out the last of these lamb chops, and I'm gonna let this rest. We have a whole wonderful plate of these delicious grilled pesto chops that we grilled in our cast iron skillet, and we put in a plate to rest. Now, while we were on break, I snuck and did a reduction. This is my redhead with envy sauce. I'm gonna share the secrets with y'all. I usually don't. It's got about 2 cups of pomegranate mixed with some delicious aged balsamic vinaigrette, about a cup. If you just reduce it like we did on break, you'll come up with a lovely glazed sauce. And that's our red with envy sauce. Again, that's pomegranate and balsamic. Now, we've rested our meat for a while. You know what we're ready to do?
Eat.
Plate this dish.
Oh, sorry.
We're gonna plate this dish.
Okay.
Okay? So,
major.
Are you ready to eat?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take 2 of these delicious, wonderful chops, those delicious grill marks. And I also had some mushrooms that I just seared a little bit in the pan just to give us some substance here. So we've got these delicious mushrooms, and we've also got a salad right here that we're going to have as a side dish to this, and we're just going to dress this with a wonderful, lovely vinaigrette. Now, are you ready for the drum roll?
I am ready for the wait. Let me get it ready.
Are you ready to make people red with envy? I'm going to do this sauce, and for decoration, I have some pomegranate kernels. These are actually pomegranate aerials. They're just the seeds of the pomegranate that you can get if they're in season. Sometimes you can buy them frozen. We have our red with envy sauce. I'm going to take that to the plate and do a drizzle. Isn't that delicious?
That's fancy.
Oh, we're fancy.
Yeah, she fancy, huh?
We are fancy. So fancy. This is done in honor of our producer, Carlotta, who is definitely a woman who has it going on at Fame 15.
She knows who she is.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right. And we're going to just decorate that with some of our kernels.
Got a little color. That's so
Absolutely.
pretty.
Who do you think you are with this dish? If you want people to ask, who do you think you are? Fix this delicious dish. It's good for one-on-one. It's good for a girlfriend. It's good for a charming night out with the right gentleman at his house, of course.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy that I fixed this dish, and I'm so happy that you helped me.
I'm so happy I
What?
did too.
Who do you think you are?
Hungry?
Are you worthy of this divalicious dish?
Absolutely.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been divarized?
I have been divarized.
We have been divarized on Fame 15 TV.
15 bites of flavor going down. 15. Down my throat. Thank you for watching.
Wow.
See y'all later.
Make sure you get a fork and knife with that, please. Who do you think you are?
Hungry. Did you miss it?
Welcome to Mark Squared Studios, where we offer great prices and outstanding accommodations in one convenient location.
Hot studio. Make sure you do that.
Fashion photographers and filmmakers now have an ideal space for professional in-studio shoots. So photographers and filmmakers, sign up now and unbox your Mark Squared membership today. Welcome to Mark Squared Studios.
Coming up, a special panel discussion and movie review of the independent film, Who Does She Think She Is?
Hey guys, welcome back to Fame 15. We are going to get into those discussions now. The theme for the show is Who Does She Think She Is? Not a coincidence that it's based off of the movie we just watched, Who Does She Think She Is? So the whole film is about women in the arts trying to manage doing a career, trying to manage having a life, if they have a family, if they have a relationship. The whole principles are, can you do everything? And if so, kind of how, and the struggles that women in particular deal with. And we're going to let the men talk a little bit too. But just start off talking a little bit about what stuck with you the most from the film.
So, you know, for instance, one of the ladies on there was married to a pastor, and she began to sing. She was a housewife, and then, you know, we found out towards the end she got divorced, which none of us were thinking. Right? None of us never saw that coming. But that doesn't mean that her life is not amazing. That doesn't mean that she failed. That doesn't mean that. That just means that at that time, that season of her life, it shifted. So I think it's important for us to have that mindset of be okay with going with the flow. And when you're doing what you love, being comfortable with whatever life brings, and just striving and pursuing through it no matter what. But you have to do what you love. So that kind of resonated with me, her story.
Well, and one of the quotes from the movie, and I can't remember the character's name or what exactly she said, but she was talking about how there's not always value in her art to other people, but there's always value to her in doing that art.
Yeah,
so that's a huge point.
That's
right.
Unfortunately, society kind of grooms women to think that the ultimate goal is marriage and a family. And I think that's why so many times our art and our creativeness has taken a back seat and it's only looked at as a hobby. I know for me, in my family, I'm the only person that's into the arts, and they always think, oh, you're doing that as a hobby? I'm like, no, this is what I do. I mean, as many times I've tried to do just the straight job, and I found myself going back to this audition or doing this play or touring in this show. It's just, when it's who you are, it's who you are, and there's nothing you can do about that.
And you have to do it fearlessly. You can't worry about what people say. You can't worry about what people think, because this is what I tell people when I life coach and when I speak. when you were in your mother's womb being formed, God was talking to you, not your mom. He wasn't talking to me about your vision for fashion, or you know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking to me about what you're supposed to do. So who am I to say to you, I don't think you should do that. I wasn't having that conversation with God and you in the womb when he was telling you, listen, Jael, you're going to be great. You're going to change lives through your words. You're going to act, you're going to sing, you're going to speak. You know what I'm saying? I know what he told me because it's like in my gut of what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I can't do anything else but those things that are in my heart to do, and it's so imperative. You're cheating yourself if you don't.
I know sometimes when I'm in my car and I'm going to work, and I tell my husband, we talk every morning, and I'm saying, I gotta go to this job, you know, because I work a full-time job, but you know, I've got to pay the bills. And then when I'm off, I do my thing. It's like I can't wait to get to my sewing machine, and it's like I get in there and I get into a zone. He'll be saying something and I'm like, you know, cutting and he'll tell you, he's like, I don't want to be here all night. I'm like, I could actually spend the night and not even think about the time, you know.
And
so
they said part of that in the movie. The one lady said that. She said take all day. If you take all day, that's what she's gonna do. She'll do it all day.
And you know, one thing about the movie that resonated with me is the passion. They had so much passion, and it was like they were speaking to me, or we were speaking to each
whoever
other.
does that,
it's
right.
like, wow, you know, I didn't realize a lot of other people feel that way too.
And it's a mentality too, because a lot of times it's not that simple. That's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about here. Is
Yes.
how do you put in all those things, not only as an artist, but also as a female artist. And they made a lot of really good factual references in this movie that talked about that, I forget the numbers, but the majority of artists are females.
That's right.
But the majority of represented artwork is male.
Yes. Exactly.
And then so you start to think about, why do you think those types of things are? What did you guys, as far as, what hit chords watching the movie in regards to, oh, that's me?
I can answer that.
Don't say it.
I think for us, I know that's her passion, and that's one reason I fell in love with her, is because her art. The way she blends her colors and everything, it just fascinates me how she's able to do that.
Oh, so, he is getting points right now, you guys. He is getting points.
So I become Mr. Mom sometimes. Not sometimes, most of the time. It's kind of frustrating, but I do it because when she's happy, I'm happy. And I love to walk in the room and see her, see her doing her thing. It turns me on, really.
Yeah.
So you got to find the right guy. You just got to find the right guy. That's what I said.
My question is for Tamika. Okay, Tamika, have you found your artist family, like your community? Have you been able to find that?
You know what? In the past year, I've really worked very hard on doing that, and I've reached out to artists in this community, in the Atlanta area. And part of my artist community is the League of Art Entrepreneurs. And I went through a training program with that group, and all of us are budding entrepreneur artists, and we're learning, and we're also linked up with mentors and other people connected that are more well established in the community. So absolutely, I found my family.
Yeah, I know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
beautiful.
Sometimes
Support.
when you have passion, you forget to eat. You
You
forget
do.
to
Right.
You get a lot of
sleep. You
stuff,
forget
yeah.
to take a shower. You're so tired. You're just going and going and going.
You forget you got a husband. He got to remind you got a husband.
But you know, sometimes you have to carve out time for your husband and for your family, because you can lose yourself in your passion.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes I have to carve out time. We have to have date nights.
Yeah.
You know, that's important.
Just because you're married don't mean you can't date.
And I think we have to be. I think everything it depends on what you focus. As a man thinketh, so is he. Y'all know I'm a life coach. So as a man thinketh, so is he. So for me, my suggestion would be, I don't ever focus on the negative. I don't focus on it's a male dominated world. I'm gonna thrive anyway. You understand? Like, I'm gonna make it. I don't care if the whole world is saying it's a male dominated world and you can't. Jael is gonna do it. So I don't even allow what society says and words that people say, and I don't believe the hype. And for me, because I choose to think different and I choose to say, well, I'm going to focus and do what I have to do anyway. If Harriet Tubman can do it, if Sojourner Truth could do it, if all the other greats could do it, I can do it too. You understand? And they did it against odds that are way more,
absolutely,
way crazy odds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if they can make it in a male-dominated society, so can we. So I don't even focus on that. I focus on, God, what did you want me to do? Okay, I'm doing it.
Right. And I definitely agree. It starts with what you're thinking. You know, if you don't, you know, if you've convinced yourself what you can't do, you'll never see what you can do. You know, and that's a big thing. One thing I think when it comes to, they feel like women are being selfish if they are choosing to pursue a passion. We need to be selfish. We've earned it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it goes to, you guys know when you're on the airplane, I know y'all have heard this analogy. When the oxygen falls down, they say if you have a child, put yours on first. Because if I'm jacked up and dying and I'm dead, I can't help you. I can't help my daughter.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you must take care of you. You must pamper you. You must love you. You must believe in you, because that is how you are the most effective in your with being great to your husband, with being great to your children, with serving who you're supposed to serve in life. Is you being, I mean, you know what I mean? I guess selfish, I don't know, because sometimes that could be used negative, but it's not always a negative word when you're doing it because so you can help others.
Right.
And can I also piggyback and say, like your children, when they born into the type of person you are or the family it is, the more you introduce and your children adjust to what type of schedule you have, your passion. My son was going to audition with me on my back. I was however way he was strapped in. He started reading that too. He was like, "Yo, I can start helping."
Right, let me help her.
It was can you hold my baby while I go out here right quick? And it was just crazy. My son now he know every producer, every model. They almost want to send him down there to go get the chicken. They like, yo, what price at? So I love it because now he in the arts without even have to choose the arts.
Well, look, guys, at first I just want to say thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You guys have been insightful. You've definitely been inspiring to me.
Thank you.
I'll see everybody at home. Look, hopefully today is an example for you guys of if it's looking for a partner, you can find a partner that supports you. If it's pursuing your passion, you can pursue that passion. There's always answers. There's always people out there. So keep doing what you do because you belong doing it. From Fame 15, see you guys soon.
See you soon.
We're back. Hey.
You never know where it is.
Hi, I'm Tiara, and I'm back. I meant welcome back. Can we not cut? Can we not cut?
No, we're not cutting.
Okay, I'm ready. Can we go? Hi, welcome back. I'm Tiara Hooks. We now have TJ Nicole, who's an amazing spoken word artist, and she has her debut album coming out named Painted Verses. And she collabs with her husband, in which they just got married yesterday. And they do acoustic poetry, which I think is awesome. So we're going to talk to her more. Please join me in welcoming TJ Nicole. Hi, honey. Hi. All right, so please tell us a little bit more about what we can expect from your album.
Well, Painted Verses, there's 10 tracks and they're spoken word poems accompanied to music. So I really like blending music and poetry.
And like what kind of sounds like on the music sound is it more upbeat or slow, or is it like a mixture?
It's a mixture. I had a great producer and we just got in the studio and we just played, around with the different styles. So there's some ballads and some upbeat and
yeah. And for everyone who doesn't exactly know what acoustic poetry is, can you explain that a little bit for them?
Well, acoustic poetry for us, my husband True King, he plays acoustic guitar and he's a poet, And so it kind of was birthed from us sitting in the kitchen and him playing guitar, and I'm writing poetry. And so one day we just fused the two together, and now we have something that we call acoustic poetry.
Yeah, and
So
you
it's
just
pretty
got
cool.
married yesterday.
We did.
So how was that?
And this is the honeymoon. We appreciate that.
It is. Actually, we're going away in 2 weeks, but yeah, it's always working. We're full-time poets, artists, and so we had a small ceremony with friends, and it was perfect.
Oh, that is
Those
awesome.
are the ones that last a lifetime.
Yeah, it was kind of like we snuck away and did that real fast, and now it's back to work.
Oh, and then where can we find all of your amazing work?
Well, you can go to my website, tjnicole.com, to get more information about me, and that's the best way to do it.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If you could be any kind of animal in the world, what would you be?
That's easy. Hummingbird. Because hummingbirds are small, but they're powerful. They can fly any direction, backwards, forwards, up, down,
And I
whatever.
thought, all right. Anything else that you guys want to know?
Is it like a circuit? Is it like a poetry circuit? Like you talk about always on the road and stuff, and go. Where do you go?
Well, here in Atlanta is like a mecca for poetry. There's something every night of the week. And we actually host our own open mic now that we started called House of Rhymes.
Awesome.
So,
Can I come?
yeah, you can come.
I don't rhyme, but I can rhyme.
You can do whatever you like.
Well, we are going to do a lot more with Miss TJ Nicole because she's going to be performing for us. So please stay tuned and watch that. We will be right back.
What time is it?
Selfie time! Okay, here we go.
Wait, I gotta get my
Instagram
selfie.
straight flexing.
Boom!
ATLDemoReels.com. We produce high-quality, low-cost web videos, dynamic and affordable. Our signature demo reels are designed exclusively for your company's products and services. Whether it's an in-studio production shoot or on-location shoot, we provide web and TV commercial advertisements for your company's products and services. Broadcast video quality at a fraction of the cost. Production packages are available now online at ATLDemoReels.com.
How you doing? This is MimiJohnson.net, the triple threat on Fame 15. I am your game show host. We have so many surprises and different game shows that we're going to present to you on myfame15.com. Someone will win the Oprah. We'll see you soon. Mwah.
Hi, welcome back to Fame 15. Please put your hands together for TJ Nicole and True King.
We are the Rogue Poets, and this is Spiritual GPS. Lord, where am I? And how did I end up here again? I know that I've been here before, a time or two, maybe even more. I'm just not even sure anymore. Where did I go wrong? I know that this is not where I belong, and I know that you want me to be strong, but I have been fighting for so long. And I feel that it's time for me, time for us to move on. See, I've been faithful, loyal, diligent, and true to you. I've been patient, loving, kind, and sincere to you. I have been honest, earnest, and worked so very hard. I've been able, ready, willing, yet humble servant for God. And right now I'm asking you to lighten this load just a bit. I'm asking you to loosen the reins from your grip. I know that if you let me go, I won't slip. And if you gave me the world today, I promise you I won't trip. I will keep all of these promises that I made to you, and I will continue to do all the things that you placed me here on this earth to do. I will work harder without resting. I will move forward without question. I will climb higher without stressing, and I will jump out of the nest when it's time. No second guessing. And right now, I'm not trying to protest, but it feels like I passed my test and learned my lessons, no more regressing. But in order to have true success in this life, Lord, I need for your blessing, and I need for you to make an investment in me so that I can continue to be a blessing to others if you would just let me be. Let me be who you promised me that I could be. For you see, up until this point, I didn't get here on my own. Every necessary step that I've taken are ones that you've shown, but right now it feels like you just disappeared and left me here all alone, like this is the place that I'm supposed to stay, when I know in my heart that this could not be the case. So I need for you to show up to this place. What I need 100 rescue breaths and 100 chest compressions to bring me back to life and restore my senses, all 6 of them, because lately I cannot see, and lately I cannot hear, and lately I cannot smell, taste, or even think clearly, not to mention that my intuition has failed me miserably. Hear me when I say most sincerely that I need favor from you, the kind that only you can provide, and I need for you to point me in the right direction, and I need my spiritual GPS to kick in. I need for you to speak loudly and clearly so that I make no mistakes. I need to hear your voice. I need to hear your voice dictate. In 0.2 miles, turn right. Then bear left towards the light. 5 miles ahead, your destination is right there in sight. And heaven forbid that I make any more mistakes, then I need to hear your voice say, recalculate. Because I want to get there, and I need to get there, and I need for you to make me aware of where there really is. Because in all my life, I've never been there, and I'm not quite sure exactly what there really is. But I know that my faith and my spirit has grown, yes. I know that patience and love I have shown, yes, and I know that I have no shame, I will not lie. Everything left is just virtues now that I own, and the desires of my heart, I know that I made them known, and I'm stronger now. You can move me along, you can place me back on the path that I truly belong, because I'm asking you, God, please turn my spiritual GPS back on. Back on.
Woo! Great job, you guys. Great job. Thank you so much to TJ, Nicole, and True King for performing. Thank you, creative, independent women at home that gave us a reason to have this show. And most importantly, thank you guys for watching. As Andy Warhol once said, everyone will be famous in the future for 15 minutes. We say the future's now. Thanks for watching Fame 15!
Thanks for watching Fame 15. Follow us on all the trending social media sites as we unbox more creative episodes next week, right here on this station. Thanks for watching Fame 15. Check us out online at myfame15.com to see archived shows and learn more about your favorite Fame 15 host and guest. Follow us on all the trending social media sites as we unbox more creative episodes next week, right here on this station. Fame 15 is a pre-recorded variety talk show produced in Atlanta at Mark Squared Studios.